When was the last time you had nothing? No music in your ears while you folded your laundry. No TV in the background while you tried out a new recipe. And no ping from your phone. In our world, silence is often treated as a void that needs to be filled. We feel awkward when a conversation goes quiet. We feel anxious when the house is too still. But what if that silence isn't empty? What if it's actually full of the very things we've been trying to find? Welcome to today's episode of the Little Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Damson, and today we aren't talking about doing more. Frankly, we're talking about doing nothing. We're exploring the art of silence and how to finally pay attention to the conversation residing within your mind. Now, Blaise Pascal, the famous philosopher, once said, all of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. Let's think about that for a moment. That basically means that most of our bad habits, most of our distractions, and our stress all come from running away from the silence. So, let's try something together. Right now, wherever you are, I want you to take a deep breath. And I'm going to be silent for just 10 seconds. Now, in these 10 seconds, I don't want you to meditate. I just want you to listen to what your brain says the moment the noise stops. Okay, we're back. So, what did you hear? Was it, oh, this is weird? Was it, oh God, I have so much to do today? Or was it a voice of the past? That voice, that one just said right there, that's the inner conversation. And usually it's so drowned out by the loud world that we don't even know it's there. But it's the one running the show. When we first enter silence, it's rarely peaceful. It's actually quite loud. It's like a muddy pond. If you're staring it up all day, the water is cloudy. Soil particles mixed with the water. So it's all foggy, you can't see clear. Silence is that simple act of letting the mud settle so that the water becomes clear. So basically, you're just letting all the grains, all the particles settle at the bottom so that you can see a reflection clearly. Now, there's a quote by Naval Ravikant that I actually love. And it says, a fit body, a calm mind, a house full of love. These things cannot be bought. They must be earned. And silence is the gym for a calm mind. I remember a time, actually, I remember very many times. Whenever I felt so overwhelmed, I just try to, quote unquote, fix it by listening to even more music. But that was just me adding more mud to the pond. Then one day, actually, I just put all my distractions away. I put my phone aside, I put my laptop aside, and all my distractions. There was none at all. And it wasn't until I sat down for 5 minutes in my room that I realized that my brain was actually just exhausted. You see, we think we need more information to solve our problems. But often we don't need new information. We need to process the information we already have. Silence is the digestive system of the mind. So, how do we get good at this? It's a skill that you hone through small growth. And you don't start it out with a 10-day streak of silence. No. Rather, you start with micro silence. So, in this episode, I'm going to share with you 3 ways to practice the art of silence today. Number 1, the transitional minute. Before you get out of your house to start your day, before you get into your car for work, just sit or stand wherever you are and give it a count of 60 seconds. That 1 minute to let the inner conversation catch up to your body. Number 2, we have the phone-free morning. And I'm sure I'm hearing a lot of groans and yeah. Because we actually pay attention to our phones a lot. The extent that when we wake up, the very first thing we do look at is our phones. But here's the challenge. Try to spend the first 10 minutes of your day without the phone. No news, no music, just you. Number 3, we have naming the voice. Whenever you sit in silence and a voice comes up in your mind, you don't fight it, just try and name it. It could be the, oh, my worrying about work voice, or my angry at my boss voice, or the classic one, the angry at my past self voice. By naming that voice, you move from being in the noise to actually observing the noise. As the poet Rumi once said, the quieter you become, the more you are able to hear. So, you are not just hearing the wind, you're hearing your intuition, you're hearing your creativity, and most definitely, you're hearing your truth. The conversation within you is the most important one you'll ever have. The only problem is, it only speaks in whispers. If your life and everything around you is always at maximum volume, you're going to miss the very guidance that you're looking for. So, here's your challenge for this week. Today, find 5 minutes of intentional silence. No phone, no music, no loud TV, no distractions. Just you. Pay attention to your inner mind and find out just what it is it's trying to tell you that you've been too busy to hear. And that's what I have for you for today's episode. If this episode brought you even a small moment of peace, I'd love for you to join our growing community. It's the best way to make sure you never miss a little growth moment. So, please take a second to hit that follow or subscribe button right now on whichever platform you're using, whether that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I also have a YouTube channel called Little Growth Podcast. You can also catch my podcast episodes there. And finally, if you know someone whose life feels a bit too loud right now, please share this episode with them. Sometimes the best gift you can give a friend is the permission to be quiet. I'm your host, Damson. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. And most importantly, thank you for showing up for yourself. Enjoy the quiet, and I'll see you in the next one.